Hey, good morning, you guys. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new, my name is Amanda. This is Dead Garden Tarot, and I thought today we would do a spring reading and see what Spirit has to say about moving into the spring season. So I'm gonna do the animal oracle, spirit animal, and see what we can find. So Spirit, what do you have? Oh gosh. What collective messages do you have? Wait. What messages do you have for the collective? Moving into spring. The birds are getting excited. The buds are on the trees. We're getting into warmer weather. Still crazy because we're in March, but yeah. What messages do we have for the collective moving into spring? I guess I should have done this off camera, but sometimes it's fun. Any day now. Okay, elephant spirit. Learn from the past. Yeah, I like that. Okay, what else? I'm hearing one more. Stag spirit. Take the lead. Okay. I like it. I kind of want to take this one. Porcupine spirit. Oh, okay. Time for beginner mind. Yes or no? No? I don't know. It's kind of cool. What's on the bottom of the deck? Panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Okay. Okay, so we have elephant spirit, learn from the past, and stag spirit, take the lead. So maybe you are moving into a leadership role. Maybe you are reclaiming your power, stepping into your power. And we know that elephants are also a sign of removing obstacles. Stags are a sign of spiritual awakening. I'm gonna go with the True North Tarot. It's been staring at me and calling to me. I think these cards are absolutely beautiful, and they have like a really soft feel to them. And I just feel like with the spring and the blooming of flowers, it was appropriate. So what can you tell us about, hold on, let me do it this way. What can you tell us about learning from the past? What can you tell us about learning from the past for the collective? I feel like there's a lot of contemplating going on. The cards are taking their time. So maybe you have a lot of thoughts and ideas about which way to go in your life. Maybe you have some choices to make. Okay, great. We have the Eight of Wands. So it seems like you are waiting for some sort of incoming confirmation or communication. And then we have the Seven of Wands. I feel like there's one, I feel like you have a couple of choices, but I want to check from the book just on the Seven of Wands, because I feel like whatever communication that you're waiting to have come in, I'm getting like a rush of emotion from this. And I feel like with the lotuses, well, these aren't really lotuses. They're water lilies. There's some sort of spiritual blooming that's happening. Wands. Yeah, and with the Eight of Wands, you could also be getting ready to travel even. Yeah, so the seven of Wands is about challenge, competition, perseverance, and defensive. So I'm getting perseverance a lot with that. And with learning from the past, you may be feeling like you still have to push through some lessons. What else can you tell me? I'm gonna put that here like this. Yeah. What else can you tell me about should I take these? That seems like a lot. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. So a lot of fire energy. We are in Aries season now. I'm getting a lot of charisma also. So it's interesting that you go from the Eight of Wands to the Seven of Wands and then to the Nine of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Four of Wands. I'm wondering if, because it's learning from the past, you've been reminiscing a lot about how you moved through like making choices, how you communicated using your lower three chakras. We have the Magician. Yeah, see? This is about alchemizing what you've learned and using it to your benefit, right? And then we have the Six of Coins. Starting to come out of hardship. So maybe you're waiting on a job. Maybe this job will move you. So from the Nine of Wands to the, I want to check this because this is really interesting to me. Like I said, it seems like you're going back and forth on choices. Yeah, again with the persistence. The Nine of Wands is about courage and persistence. It's about your resilience and your test of faith. That's what I was saying. Okay, great. And then the Four of Wands, I was thinking stability, and that's exactly, right? It's a celebration, it's a harmony, it's a home, it's a community. And alchemizing that to your benefit so that you can find that balance with your Six of Coins. Because the Five of Coins is hardship. And six would be coming out of that. Yeah, it's giving, receiving, and sharing wealth, generosity. So maybe you will... Maybe you're going into a field where you can share your resources. Some type of community help. Or maybe that because you're coming out of the Five of Coins and you're learning from the past that you want to give back and you want to share with those that were there for you and that helped you. Okay, I like that. That's really nice. It's really positive. It's really uplifting. It's a blooming. You're coming into your own, which is like standing in your power, which was saying at the beginning. Okay, so again, with taking the lead, right? This is about taking the lead and learning. So what can I get for the stag spirit and taking the lead, please? We're going to keep this one short, and I am going to do a love reading after this because there's a lot of connection and someone is definitely locked in and coming towards you. So what can I get for taking the lead with the stag spirit, please? King of Swords and or Queen of Swords, put yourself where you belong. The Devil, that's interesting. And it's just interesting that the Devil is depicted by a scorpion in this deck. But also, I'm being drawn to the chains at the top that are being broken. So it's almost like, what's after? Judgment. That's very interesting. I really feel like this isn't about, I really feel like this isn't necessarily a negative card. Taking the lead. So we know that the Devil is about obsession. So I really feel like you're starting to get obsessed about your dreams, your wants, where you're going, where you're headed. Obsessed about yourself in a good way. And breaking with the King of Swords and taking the lead, breaking the chains of whoever is going to try and hold you back. Being sharp and being articulate and communicative in where you're headed. So you might be leading a team. You might get like a managerial job or something to that effect, where you're in charge of something. And I feel like you're burning down whatever was like a hindrance to you, right? With this alchemization with the Magician. What can I get for this Judgment? Because I find it interesting, the King of Swords is the Devil, and then the Judgment is coming up. Like all three at once. And it's saying to take the lead. The King of Cups. Yeah. So this is, again, put yourself where you belong. It could be the Queen of Cups as well, right? But I really feel like because they're both kings, this is about, again, stepping into your power and really owning your emotions. I just got like a, I don't know, what do I call that? Almost like a head hit. I feel like whatever's coming is gonna blow your mind. It is almost gonna be, it's almost gonna feel like you're off kilter because it's gonna be so foreign to you. And I feel like you're taking back your emotions. You're not letting your emotions run you. You're not letting anybody walk all over you. So if you were to be put in charge of a team or in some type of head position, that you know how to run that, be fair, and manage like a bunch of people and not have your emotions get in the way. Like, rules are rules, and being fair is being fair, and putting your foot down when you need to, and you might even be in charge of firing people and things like that, right? And being able to stand in your masculine power and do it in a healthy way. And this message could be for a masculine, because I am getting a lot of masculine energy in this. But again, put yourself where you belong, and take it how it resonates. This could be really about, like I said, stepping into your masculine power, like really having that duality. Healthy masculine power. Being soft but strong. Just like strong feminine power, where you can be soft but also strong. What else can you tell me about the collective moving forward into this leadership role? The Seven of Swords. I don't know if I'm getting a lot off of this. I feel like there's some sort, like, definitely a community-based thing, but I feel like this is almost about you learning what to say, what not to say, like what part of your hand you should show, and then what you should keep hidden. Let's find out. Yeah, the Seven of Swords is about betrayal, deception, and getting away with something. It's about being stealthy. Yeah, so I said something that's hidden. So something is being hidden from you. I feel like this reading is taking a turn. You know, because this card has come out, I'm just wondering if the taking the lead with this King of Swords, this Devil, this King of Cups, well, the Judgment came out first. And then with the King of Cups and the Seven of Swords, I almost feel like this might even have to do with a relationship. Maybe this has to do with learning from the past, moving on to better yourself, and then with taking the lead, again with the King of Swords, the deception, the Devil, the Judgment, this is about the ending of a relationship. I almost feel like this is about moving on from someone who was deceptive, taking the lead in that, like taking the lead in your life and moving forward, owning your emotions. And because the deception is out here, maybe someone was deceptive with their emotions when it came to you. And there will be judgment on this. Yeah, that feels a lot more about what's going on. That's very interesting. Emperor is at the bottom of the deck. Again, I'm getting like a weird, like off-kilter, like dizziness in my head. Okay, this reading is not... So it seems like this is about taking your life into your own hands and moving forward into something that's new. Again, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, but there's some rectifying and judgment to be had when it comes to someone that you were dealing with in the past. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. And again, the Emperor is a fire and it's Aries. So maybe you're moving away from the King of Swords, the Devil. There was deception in this. And then you're moving towards this King of Cups who is an Emperor. I want clarification on this. And spring, I said about the birds, right? The birds, you know, they get excited and they start mating and stuff, I think in April, in March, April. So maybe this is, yeah, moving into a blossoming of a new romance, a blossoming of a new chapter in your life. I don't know what cards I should go with. And with the head stuff, I'm just wondering if this person in the past kind of, should I do, okay, I'm gonna go with the Z108. If this person in the past kind of, I don't know, left you on red or like hid things from you that kind of like made your head heavy or spin or something like that, I'm not sure. Okay, so what can you tell us? What can you tell the collective about all this wand energy and this magician and this 6 of coins? This learning from the past. What can you tell us about that? So maybe this was about learning how to temper your fire, learning how to balance and alchemize your lower 3 chakras. Springtime is about renewal of the self, you know, renewal of the body, about life, love, self-care, tools, practicality, resources, yeah, fixing, building, focusing on getting things done and what's in front of you. Yeah, so that goes really well with the Magician. And then the Knight also came up. Yeah, being confident, being fearless, being assertive and passionate, a fighting spirit. Being a person with integrity and honor, being strong and brave with moving forward. Oh, wow, okay, that's cool. And then we also have ones. So 1 might be a number. 1 is about new beginnings. It's also, you could take that as 11, which is a divine intervention. I like that. I think that's pretty straightforward. I want to know about this King of Swords, this Devil, and this deception. There will be judgment. There will be whatever happened to you or around you with this person. Don't take it. There will be a cleansing. Sapphire, again with the 1. This is a Gemini. So maybe this person has another side. Yeah, mental force, a spiritual insight, hope, faith, wise judgment, life of the party. Yeah, you're gonna have judgment and insight about whoever this was. Things are gonna come to light. Can you tell me, can you give me another one for that, please? Because I feel like this is about the judgment. Things are gonna be coming to light when it comes to that. It's so weird that there's so many 11s and 11s, ones, and that's like gateways. Balloons. I heard moving into freedom. Is that Virgo's sign? I think that's Virgo's sign. You might have Virgo in your placements. You could have Leo, you could have Gemini. Fun, freedom, high vibe, relief, ascension, successful. Yeah, you're moving into joy. What can you tell me about the King of Swords, this Devil, and the 7 of Swords? I'm hearing take it. But there's so many. So maybe this past person, it was really complicated. Again with the Gemini, there's Aquarius, there's Leo. We have triple Leo here. We have triple Gemini. Okay. So we have 8 hot air balloon. Yeah, rising above, having a new perspective, being untouchable, again with ascension. You're rising above whatever happened. A person of air. So that might have a lot to do with the mental force. You could be an air sign, or this masculine could have been an air sign. Could be an air sign. It's not like it changes. Yeah, the great mentalist. Quick-witted, controlling, could be sarcastic, yeah, this person was unemotionally available. Totally my type. Child. What did I say? Unemotionally available? Emotionally unavailable. Are we still in retrograde? Yeah. Okay. This makes a lot of sense now. Okay. So yeah, this person was, it seems like they were an air sign. It seems like they were stubborn, didn't want to change. So to me, that sounds like he could have had some sort of child wounding that he didn't want to deal with. And he demanded attention, but then didn't really give any in return. That's a possibility. And then we have hammock. So he may have been in a healing process. He could have been stagnant and resting from whatever he was going through. And he was, with the waiting and the in limbo, I feel like he left you in limbo, but he himself is also in limbo. I'm not getting, with these clarification cards, I'm not getting that this person was toxic. I'm not getting that this person necessarily wanted to do you harm. I just feel like it was an unfortunate circumstance, and it was just, it was what it just was, you know? I don't, there's no like malice here. You know? maybe it was just the wrong time, right person, wrong time kind of thing. What can you tell me about the Emperor and the King of Cups? What can you tell me about this Okay, book burning. So there's going to be a change for sure. And this could be a challenge for you. Rewriting history. Silencing and control is really popping out, and that's very much what Aries is in an unhealed manner. You could have been dealing with an Aries, but because it's the King of Cups, he could have been controlling his emotions and not showing them. What can I get for the Emperor and the King of Cups, please? What can I get for the Emperor and the King of Cups? They are self-aware. They see themselves clearly. And if they see themselves clearly, they probably see you very clearly. A person of fire. Well, there you go. That goes really well with Aries, right? The trendsetter, the leader, the confident, the visionary, the catalyst, the entrepreneur. So this person might be an entrepreneur. Energetic, courageous. Again, a lot of Leo energy. A lot of fire energy going on. Okay. Yeah. So the bottom of the deck is Dear John. And again, I think that's Virgo. Virgo is about communication and details. You could have Virgo placements. You could have strong Mercury placements. So this is about setting boundaries in a strained situation, and something's not working. So I'm getting that this card has to do with both of these, because there's definitely two masculines here. Because the energy is slightly different in the sense that they're both alphas, but one is more healed than the other. But neither of these masculines are you dealing with right now, like in the physical. I feel like this is like removed from you. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So there's a lot of change happening. There will be some challenges moving into whatever you're heading towards, but there's clear that this is going to be balanced and happy and joyful and a beautiful new beginning for you. And it really is going to have, like, there's such an airy quality to this. So you're going to really feel lighthearted and uplifted and loved in this whatever it is that you're heading towards, whether it be a job or a new relationship. That's really good. I like that. Yeah. Spring, blossoming, new hope. Yeah. If this reading resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like. And share, subscribe, join the garden. where we play and we cultivate and we heal and we plant the seeds of our dreams the way that we want for the life that we want. Peace. God bless.